Alright. Let's go, Fuji! There she is! There's my girl! Carrying the hopes of all the fans crowding the stands, the favorite for today is the dual mile wonder, Fuji Kiseki. Let's go, Fuji! Okay. Decent start, we're looking okay. Bono and Fuji are pulling ahead, which is good. They want to stay ahead of that Pasa, with the Pasas pushing up now. Fuji's gonna get paced down. No, Fuji! Fuji, don't! Fuji! Oh, can you just chain it? Oh my god! Oh my god, is she doing a hero play? Fuji! 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 Oh my god, this Fuji! Speed Star, nice! Oh, the Bono, the xBono strat! The xBono strat! Oh my god, Bono just hit everything all at once! Okay, we're blocking the Pasa from Unique. Fuji Unique! Fuji? Oh my god, is this xBono? Is this xBono? Oh my god, the xBono! Oh my god! xBono! Oh my god, the xBono wins! Alrighty, so you guys have just seen my CM9 finals. Really intense, really crazy finals, and I got a little bit excited. I wanted to talk a little bit about the CM as a whole because I think it's been a really interesting CM. So one of the sentiments in the CM was that it was very RNG. Like every race was a dice roll. There was kind of this joke that like it's really just a gamble CM. Even I kind of paid into this a little bit with my CM guide where, you know, on the thumbnail I had like a dice and it says just hit. Like I was really kind of buying into the fact that the CM was completely out of our control. And in a lot of ways it was. Like, you can't really control pace down mode unless you bring a Suzuka, which means that you're buffing other aces in the lobby. You can't really control, like, how tightly your Uma is taking that corner. You can't really control, like, if your Uma is hitting, you know, turbo sprint, or if you're able to get, like, a good rushing gale, or, like, one of those gambling acceleration skills. And you can easily lose to Umas who maybe are not built quite as tightly as your Umas are built, who do hit those skills a little bit better than you. And I can definitely see where that could be really frustrating. But something that I've found in this CM, my overall win rate was still about 73% before my finals, which was really interesting to me, because I would say that usually in CMs where I'm like quote unquote tryharding, or like, you know, I'm really trying to play like a meta comp and like really putting myself in there, my win rate's about 75 to 85%, right? And so 73% win rate is not actually that much lower. And so it really made me think and reflect a little bit about my experiences this CM. And I do think that I personally tried to build my Umas to be consistent rather than to force a lot of gambling skills, right? Like all of my Umas only took one like gold gambling skill, like turbo sprint was pretty much it. For the rest of it, I focused on, you know, consistency. I focused on getting speed star for the final corner velocity. I focused on, you know, it's on for the mid race. I focused on curvature for the mid race. You know, I was really trying to focus on corner skills, the tail hook, like a huge mid race bombs. And I think that actually worked out pretty well for me, just in terms of trying to find a method in the madness, right? And I did lose, you know, a couple more races than maybe I might have ordinarily lost, although maybe, I don't know, maybe I still would have lost those races even if it were more consistent CM. But I do think that there, on reflection, like, there is something to be said for trying to build for consistency and then just outrunning, right? Like, there were so many matches in the CM, even in round 2, where, like, I didn't hit anything, and I still outran my opponents because I was chaining those corner skills. My Umas were positioning themselves consistently so that they could just run it down and nobody hit, right? When nobody hits, I win. And then when I hit, I win. I only lose if somebody else hits and I don't hit, right? That's really really oversimplifying it, but I think that that taught me a very important lesson just about how I approach CMs like this, where there's a lot of RNG, right? There's a lot of things outside of your control, but when you can really focus on the things that you can control, then you are able to see the benefits of that. It is possible, I think, for you to put a thumb on the scale and see more often than not things starting to go your way. Again, like there's always losing to RNG, you know, there's always losing to somebody else hitting, and that's true in every CM. Like in CM6, you could lose to a frame perfect no stopping me from somebody else because you can't really control how the horses are lining up in that specific part of the race. You know, CM8 was the same way. You could just lose to a horse that, you know, had like 3,000 less rating than you that just hit no stopping me, right? So it really just is a matter of the acceptable risk that you're taking and like what you're trying to do with your aces. It would be remiss of me to not talk about my my xBono. I am so thrilled that my xBono was not only my highest win rate horse, but also won my CM finals in an absolutely thrilling way. Like hitting 4 golds and her unique at the exact same moment, and then just ripping through the final quarter. Somebody in my chat described it as instead of a C4 Excel bomb, it was a C4 tactical nuke. Like just ripping through the final quarter and going from being like 3 lengths behind Fuji to 2 lengths ahead of her within the span of a blink of an eye was insane. And I'm just so like, I really can't believe it. Like, I'm so happy that this Akebono, my crazy schizo cook Akebono that I made that video about, managed to win the CM for me, even though, you know, she her build isn't perfect, her stats are kind of scuffed, her skills aren't the best, but like she still just was able to get it done for me. And that, I mean, that's legendary. Like, this is probably the most memorable CM for me. I feel like this has really just come full circle, and I think that it's really interesting because it's shown me that I've been on a bit of a losing streak in CM finals, which is not a failing of my ability to build, right? Like, nobody's CM finals loss is like some kind of personal failing for them. But I do think that for me personally, it was difficult because one of the reasons that I was confident enough in myself to start making content is because I was looking at a lot of my CM histories and thinking, okay, you know, like I usually have like a 70 to 80% win rate, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower depending on the CM. You know, I've won most of my CMs up until this point, so I think that I can, you know, start talking about it. And then like as soon as I started making video guides, I just started losing CM finals over and over and over and over again. And like, it's fine. Like winning or losing CM finals is not indicative of being like a bad player, right? But it really bothered me because I felt like I was really starting to try and earn trust from people who are watching my content. And I felt like every time I lost a CM finals, I would lose some of that trust. And that kind of thing really matters a lot to me because I want to be a reliable, trustworthy source of information. And I want to have people, I don't know how to say this, like, I want to be considered somebody who is reliable in the community. And so feeling like, even though a lot of these CM finals were completely out of my control, feeling like I was losing trust really hurt me, I guess. Like, it really bothered me more than a CM loss should bother me. So it was really nice to break my losing streak. And I think that it's so rewarding to be able to break my streak with this Akebono. And I think that she, like, building this crazy cook, right, and making a video about it, you know, having people, you know, in Discord be like, what the hell is this, really has shown me that even though maybe the CM I adhered to the meta more than I did in CM8. You know, I built a lot of pace chasers, I built a lot of Umas that were good in sprints, but, you know, I was still able to put a little bit of my personal touch on it, right? Like, I was still able to be a little bit unique. I was still able to, like, you know, do something a little bit unconventional, and I was really rewarded for it. And that made me feel really good. So anyway, this is really long-winded, but I just wanted to say, thank you guys for watching my content. Thank you for continuing to have trust in me, even though, sometimes my CM finals haven't been working out. And just thanks for believing in the xBono. So let me know how your CM experience was. I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear, the highs, the lows, just your take on the CM retrospectively, and how you feel about the CM as a whole. I went into the CM thinking that it was going to be like a big gamble CM, and there wasn't really a lot of point to building, to try harding on building a lot of Umas, but I did that anyway because I wanted to see my Umas, have pretty profile loadouts, and I feel like it was really rewarding to me. So I'm curious what other people's thoughts were. I know that any one race, especially in the CM, can go any one way due to just the nature of some gamble skills, but I'm curious to talk about like overall win rates and managing to force consistency even in a CM that is so driven by RNG, or at least a CM that the community feels has been so driven by RNG. I'm really interested to hear opinions about that, so please let me know what you think. And thank you guys again for believing in xBono. And believing in Fuji, who did come in second and would have won if my Bono had not just like dropped a tactical bomb on that last corner. Anyway, I really appreciate it, and I hope that everybody had a fun CM, even if maybe it didn't go your way. I hope that you could still have some fun with it. And thank you again. I'm excited for CM10. I will see you guys then. Bye bye.